Hey guys, doing well. Um, yeah, played a little bit of Overwatch this week. Finished my placements on um DPS and uh support, and had some really good game. Like, oh my god, I had this game where I was playing out of my mind, and we still ended up losing. It was a really good game. But it just, yeah, just like it just fizzled out because there was like one or two bad plays. Yep. It was definitely a bummer, but I pinned it and saved it because I'm like, all right, I'm sending this shit to Frito or somebody just to like see if he'll look at it and do the VOD review or whatever. Because like I played out of my mind. I want to know if there's something I could have done better. I know there was definitely parts where I could have done things better, but I think overall I played really well. But we ended up losing. Yeah, yeah. I'm really excited for these changes. Hmm. Yeah, now you're basically shooting bouncy balls. Hmm. I think that's a good change. Yeah. Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, we're at enough. As, yeah, we're at enough. We work in grocery business. We don't need to be out more than we already are. Exactly. Yep. It certainly was a weekend. This was it was rough. Yeah, yeah. That's putting it lightly. Yeah, he did. Like, mad props to Jake for that. He really did. And I mean, he was also having technical issues. Like he ended up having the same issues that ZP did, and Jake just he was seamless. There was a couple of moments of dead air, and you could kind of tell where they were just like, "Yeah, we're still having issues," and he was just like, "All right, fuck it, I got this," and just went. It was phenomenal. Like, props to Jake for pulling that off. He made that right. Getting three shatters in a row. An echo. That was ridiculous. Yeah, they were. I gotta give props to you guys. Ooh. For 500, Alex. All right, so yeah, the production levels. Hey, no, you guys look really good this week, and Yaki is a monster. You have, and because Yaki is so good, I think it's opened it up for BQB to be even better, or not better than Yaki, but like it's really opened it up for BQB to meet his full potential. And I mean, you're also getting fantastic play from your supports and your tanks. Just all around, you guys have really turned it around. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. So they got signed. I mean, it happened yesterday morning. So it was like what 5-6 hours before the games happened. Um, and basically, very quietly, like 2 or 3 days, or about 4 days ago, the league announced
God damn
that.
it! My mic was muted.
That sucks.
And I just had a whole good fucking rant. I can't do it again. God damn it.
That sucks.
Thanks, Pretzel, by the way.
So
I was rolling. I forgot to fucking unmute my mic. Damn it.
damn.
I can do it again later. It'll happen.
Oh yeah.
By the time I finish this beer, I'll be ready to go.
We'll talk about your boys again for sure. But anyway, very quietly, the league announced some changes to like roster conditions for teams. So they dropped the limit or the minimum from 8 to 7. They allowed the inclusion of 14-day contracts in like special circumstances where teams aren't going to have enough players to fill their roster and have 6 players fielded for a particular game.
Much like Washington had this week, kind of going in.
And then also the location of the players, like they can play from anywhere, but they have to be advised that they're going to be playing on high ping if they're like halfway across the world.
Right.
Because they're going to be playing on whatever region that team is based in.
Right. There's no special dispensations because Stitch is in Korea.
Right. Exactly.
Or, like the one kid from, who's it, Boston? Is it Boston? The guy's playing from Saudi Arabia?
I know.
Yeah,
I thought it was. It's for, KSA. I think it's actually just pronounced KSA. I don't know why there's a second A. I don't, but because I know there was a lot of people arguing about that over the weekend.
As long as he's not in the Valiant, I don't care.
Yeah. Oh my God! Can you imagine if that dude played for the Valiant too? Jesus Christ! How many guys in this league have names that start with K?
KS.
Like, come on, guys. KSF, KSP, KSA.
Just gonna go. Valiant's whole roster next year is just going to be KS something. Right. So your battle tag is KS, right? No, you're out.
Yeah. No thanks. We're not interested. So yeah, that was the new rules. So Washington took advantage of that, and they signed Slime and Stitch, which, I mean, those are huge signings for them.
Yeah.
Because they really needed both of those guys. Obviously, they really needed Stitch because they lost both of their main DPS.
Yeah.
And actually, Stitch played pretty well along with Tuba. And then
they'll be good once they get their thing rolling. I think that's a fantastic play, because
the big question is whether or not they're going to actually stay with the team past the 14 days. I'm wondering if that's just like, we got to get them in so we can get them signed, and they're just going to keep rolling with that because like there's a lot less restrictions on what they can do. There's like very few restrictions on what players can do on a 14-day contract. There's a lot of freedom on for both parties, both the player and the league. So it seems like that could be, they could end up just being like, well, we're not going to re-sign, we're going to go play for somebody else, is a possibility. But at the same time, I think it would be in the best interest of Washington to keep those guys. If they can.
Well, the whole thing is it could get into a weird mercenary thing because of the tournaments. That's what I was like, okay, so I like the signing, but are they going to go, okay, next up, okay, Boston wants to get into the June tournament, so they're going to sign Stitch, Slime, and Janu, or whoever, Fissure.
Oh, wait, you know what? I said that they signed Slime and Stitch. They signed Janu and Stitch. That's my bad. Slime signed with
Soul.
Soul. And I don't believe he signed a 14-day contract. I think he signed an actual contract.
I might be wanting to fucking rethink that shit.
Yeah, we'll get into that. And then
the Soul XL.
The newest one just dropped within the past like hour or two. San Francisco signed Twilight. Which, that's
like they needed that.
I don't know. Yeah, right. Like they're so the rich get richer. Like, so now you're just like super stacked on every position.
But I will say they were subbing in either Architect or Rascal or someone else to play Anna.
True.
So
maybe, Twilight or Violet might not have a great Anna.
Yeah.
Now they have one of the best Annas.
Right.
So
well, it's not that the other guys are bad, but
now they have like literally top 3 Anna in the league,
and who's a filthy Zen as well, and can play Baptiste.
So now you just made Violet expendable at this point.
Well, the whole thing is too, if you really think about it, with that signing, Rascal's found a new thing, and that's Echo.
Oh yeah.
So if you're going to play Echo, you got to have Rascal on it. You can't have him playing Bap or Anna or whatever. So you got to get somebody to come in and fill that fucking role. And they got the best guy to do it, which is fucking ridiculously dumb.
Right.
It's like my baseball team sometimes. I know you guys fucking hate him, but sometimes we just like, oh, we need a left fielder? Okay, we'll just go get not Stanton. Fill in whoever.
Like I can't even compare it to when Kevin Durant joined the Warriors because the Shock didn't lose to Vancouver. I mean, Vancouver lost to the Shock, but it was the championship game. If they had been in the Reigns position, maybe it would be the same. But like, you can't even compare it to that because it's just like that would be assuming
that would be like Space
Warriors
going there.
Blow a 3-1 lead.
If you're going Kevin Durant, that's like Space going there.
Yeah, basically.
But still,
I just wanted to get my 3-1 jab in there.
Yeah. Team from Oakland. What do you expect? Anyway, my love for Oakland.
It's ridiculous. But then also some news dropped for San Francisco, and they have traded or transferred the contract of Architect to a, as of right now, undisclosed team.
Most likely the Spark.
The Spark is the one that I'm seeing.
That would be fantastic for them, dude.
getting a lot of play, but that has not been confirmed as of yet. Yeah, no, a lot of speculation. Spark makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we don't know. We don't know for sure.
Teams that are in somewhat of contention, because some of these other teams are just whatevering through the season.
Right.
At this point.
Oh yeah, I feel like if you're going to make a move like that, it has to be a team that is not going to really compete with you. So that's a smart.
Until the very
like
bitter
way
end.
Down the line.
Yeah.
Like a team that, because obviously like trading them to or trading a guy like that to the Valiant or
even anybody in NA,
or really anybody in NA. Yeah, like it's similar to football where you trade a guy out of your conference. If that's the guy that makes them a Super Bowl contender and you meet them there, then so be it. Because you just like whatever, you're both in the Super Bowl now.
Yeah.
that's so far out of the equation. Like you don't even really think about it. Once they're out of your conference, like you have the possibility of playing them once every 4 years in the regular season.
That's why Tom Brady's on the fucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers and not the Dolphins.
Right. Exactly.
Not that architects Tom Brady, but
and also not that the Dolphins would have taken Tom Brady.
Because they're the Dolphins, that's why.
Well, that too. But also, can you imagine? Oh, this guy has just been shitting on us for the past 20 years. We're going to take him now.
My baseball team did that with Wade Boggs.
I mean, I guess it would be similar to when Brett Favre went to the Vikings.
Roger Clemens. Yeah. Roger Clemens went to the Yankees and won a World Series or 2 or something.
True.
Juiced out of his mind. Probably on cocaine.
Oh, God.
Because all of America's athletes are either drunk or on cocaine. Chief Wiggum?
Sometimes both.
I was going Chief Wiggum there.
Oh, goddamn.
But right, yeah, so we talked about the production. It was weird this week.
Some super wonky awfulness. The last match was probably the most egregious.
Yeah, the audio syncs were weird, and then they just fucking cut out. It was like
it cut out.
Well, I don't know if they cut the broadcast had to have been behind the audio with Uber and Mr. X because they watched the match and they were talking about it being over, and then it went back on, and Uber's like, "Well, I guess there's like something going on here." Yeah,
it was
bad. It was
really bad.
This was one of the. This was a bad week.
As far as production,
happen, but
it was probably the worst week that they've had.
Audio fucking issues. It was a lot of it was audio syncing and all that kind of shit.
A lot of terrible audio syncing, and
just the weird cut on that last match, which maybe they thought it was going to go longer. I don't know. I'm just being an idiot right now, but still,
I really don't know how
it was fucking hard to watch, and I will sit through shitty guys streaming, and it was on that level at some points. Like the one thing that bothers me is audio problems. Video problems I get, like game video, like the in-game shit, all that kind of stuff. I can kind of deal with that. But when the audio's clicking out and then the analyst isn't on and then there's one guy, But that being said, through the whole thing, fucking Jake was amazing at the end of that. I said it earlier. He actually,
oh my god,
fought his way through that, and it was pretty fucking cool, actually.
It was definitely the moment.
He got more votes for MVP of the match than anybody else on anybody on the Mayhem.
Yeah.
It was like, well, Jake should be the MVP just for the last 5 minutes where he had to scream his way through. And it wasn't like it was just like a kind of a...
No, he was giving spot on, phenomenal analysis as he was doing it.
And that was 100 miles an hour, too.
He just kept going and going and going and going. And that dude did not stop talking for like seriously, I would say probably about 10 minutes.
8 to 10 minutes. He was just rolling. He was fucking great, though. I think.
I don't know how he did that without having to like take a drink, even like
a breath.
He didn't even sound like he was taking a breath. Like he was just going. And it was impressive to listen to.
It was one of those things too. Watching that, going, okay, the other guys that felt jaded that he got that job learned why he got that job. I think, because he fucking owned it.
Yeah,
he went through.
I think he definitely proved himself as to why he got that job. It was not like a oh well, we just know that you like.
It wasn't a glad hand.
And it wasn't any of that. It was not a. It was more of a Tony Romo situation than it was a
Jason Witten.
Jason Witten situation.
John Gruden.
Yeah. But
let me tell you about this guy over here on Philadelphia.
Oh no, yeah. Jake was phenomenal this weekend. That was the lone bright spot with the poor production.
He fought through it.
Was him
and he
being an utter pro and like he said, he claimed that rap god title.
Yeah,
hands down.
Well, and he had the hard carry rap god try to come in and help him out, and he couldn't even get in.
Yeah,
I think at that point
he had technical issues too. I think they just were like, you know what, screw it. We're just
let him go. He's going. I think Jake's energy at that point was like just blew the audio up. It's like the only audio that's going to happen right now is mine.
Yeah. Well, I think it was just like he got in that zone, and he probably just had all of the adrenaline was flowing, and he was just like, I'm just going. I'm just doing this. This is me. I have to cast this, and
so you have to know what's going on.
Just got super into the game, and it was phenomenal.
And I liked him. I liked him from the start. I thought it was a good idea to bring him in, but that just proved it. It was just like,
oh yeah, that just solidified it.
Yeah, and it made him because he was kind of like the insider, like you were saying, Tony Romo. That just put him on a different level of like, all right, I'm a fucking esports caster. Fuck you, I can do this shit.
Absolutely.
It was pretty awesome.
Oh, I mean, there was a few moments where you could kind of hear some hesitation. There was I think it was
like people in his ear saying, you know, like, okay, we got Uber's going to come in and help. And he's like, kind of was like, there was like a couple of stutters, or like it was like the ZP, where are you? Like he kind of had that at the start. And it was like, okay, I'm talking, no one's listening or responding. I'm going to keep going.
Yes, I just got to go, I guess.
He did a fucking phenomenal job.
The internal dialogue of him as it was going on. If you guys didn't watch it, so it started at like the end of Junkertown on the Florida-Washington map. Then ZP came back for the very start of Kings Row. Then he fell out. Then it basically went through pretty much the entirety of Kings Row
of the Mayhem Washington match.
Yeah.
And it was through the whole, like, where Yaki just went fucking psycho ham on Echo.
Yes.
We'll talk more about that later.
Yeah.
But
that was ridiculous. Okay, so let's start jumping into some of these matches.
We have the event started, in case you guys didn't see.
Oh yeah.
Regular Overwatch, the event started, the anniversary. We got our Rule 34 skin with Ash dressed up like Little Red Riding Hood, and Zenyatta dressed like something from what the fuck is that?
It's like a Mayan.
The phone game where you have to run.
Oh, Temple Run.
Temple Run, yeah.
Yeah.
The Zenyatta Temple Run and
it's a Zen skin. I'm gonna buy it.
Well, yeah, I buy all the Zen skins because they're always on point.
Right.
It looks really fucking cool.
Actually, the Mercy skin that they dropped today is pretty sick.
Although someone did post a meme, they put the Hound with his helmet on next to hers.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of look like that. But I mean, she kind of looks like one of the dragons as it is.
Yeah, I thought it was great. For these things, they bust out some good skins. I'm not gonna.
They really do.
But that's all we got.
That's all we got for that.
If you guys want to play
Junker, talk more.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that on our preview show because I'm sure there will be stuff to talk about when it comes to like other skins that pop up and random things we're doing with the game. But yeah,
that anytime Junkenstein's Revenge drops, I will be on there the whole fucking time.
Yeah, probably.
And why is that the best thing that they've ever done?
I know, right? Of course, it was the first event they made. All right, so let's jump into Saturday. We started off the week with a total dud.
Yeah.
At least, yeah.
Well,
what happened, Soul?
The sandbagging dynasty. I'm going Alex Jones, full Alex Jones on this one. They're sandbagging for this fucking tournament. They got the 7 seed. They are going to sacrifice 3 wins, get the 3 wins back when they win the tournament, and get all the money. That's my fucking. That's my point on this one. They're sandbagging.
That's really their best hope, because otherwise, things look
hot garbage.
Because they were bad.
If they can't play Orisa double shield, like Gesture forgot how to play every other tank. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that dude.
Yeah.
And Prophet cannot play Echo. Words that I ever thought would come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Prophet cannot play that fucking hero. Period. He's terrible.
And then
they had to bring in fucking Illicit.
Yeah, they put Illicit in instead of Prophet, which is just mind-boggling. I was always of the impression that Prophet was a guy who
I thought that would be right up his alley.
Yeah, you would think so, but just
some heroes, some guys can't grasp. I guess.
I guess not. I mean, he was never really much of a Fire player, so it kind of makes a little bit of sense.
Above average.
Yeah.
But he's really good. He's really good with Genji, projectiles, and some of the hit scan. You know, he's good on Hanzo. You're like, well,
I figured there'd be something in her kit that he'd just be stupid at.
Maybe there's too much in her kit. If you think about the heroes that he plays at a high level, Tracer, Hanzo, even Pharah, Mei, you don't have a combination that you. Like with Echo, when you're playing Echo, there's a combination of how you're going to go in.
Right.
You go sticky bombs, or shots, sticky bombs, laser beam. He plays Tracer. It's like I fucking blink, shoot, full clip, out.
It is definitely a very different cooldown management.
Yeah.
Playing Echo, so that could have something to do with it. But for whatever reason, he is just hot garbage at her. And then
Gesture can't play any tank except for Orisa now.
Oh yeah, I mean he was getting absolutely. He was getting blasted by Ameng.
Yeah, by Ameng.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I mean, I don't want to say the dude's washed, but for fuck's sake, he was like the best Winston forever.
Yeah.
Like.
Oof. It might just it's really starting to feel like no matter who plays for Seoul, they just like sap any kind of talent that they have, and it just goes away.
Esports version of the Dallas Cowboys.
Something, man. Like they take good players or great players
and they turn mediocre.
Yeah, and turn them to be mediocre. And it's just, I mean, because still what the best roster that Seoul has put together was their B roster from last year.
Yeah. And then there's like moments like in the beginning of the year this year, like they went into the Asian Pacific region there, and then you're like, okay, Seoul is here.
Right.
And then, oh, no, wait, nope. They've gotten 3-0'd by every team in the fucking region now.
They have.
And it's literally like 6 days after they fucking beat the goddamn Dragons, they get fucking owned by Chengdu, the worst team in the region.
Right.
One of the worst teams in the league.
Just when you think that they turned it back around, they just get absolutely smacked.
Yeah.
And I just don't know what to think of this team.
You could say, what is it? Coaching? Is it? I don't know, man. They were like god awful. It's like if they can't run that one specific meta, it's like they're not even playing. It's not even like they don't know how to, or they're trying, but It's
like worse than Atlanta in that way. And Atlanta,
they're like worse than Boston.
Yeah.
If they can't play double shield,
if they can't play that, yeah.
If they can't play double shield, they don't win a fucking fight, let alone a map.
Right.
They got fucking housed by fucking Chengdu.
Yeah, it was bad.
Their tanks are like fucking slightly above fucking contenders level. And they got, Gesture got fucking worked by someone that's a ball specialist, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It was
man. I sound like a Soul fan, but it was fucking awful. I woke up and I was like, they got 3-0'd. I gotta fucking watch this. I was like laughing. I was like, this is so bad.
Yeah. It was just mind-boggling.
I don't know if Slime's gonna help them. It's not what they need. They need, first of all, they should have fucking full force went after Janu.
Yeah.
Because
they should have paid Janu the salary of the entire rest of their team.
Here,
combined.
Please play this, because you can play Diva, Sigma, Roadhog, and Zarya.
Because their combination of Michelle and Marvel is just not working.
I don't know if it's them, though. To be brutally honest, maybe they should bring Fissure back.
Yeah, it might be Gesture.
Because
it's really
I don't like saying about Gesture, because I love watching Gesture play, but he looked fucking awful. He's just like feeding. He's like...
But then... on the last map, when they had Marvel and Michelle playing, they still looked terrible.
Who knows? Maybe they do need Slime. Because
maybe.
I don't know.
But they got to figure something out and quick.
Yeah. Because they look fucking terrible.
It was bad. All right. So that's enough bitching about Seoul. I mean, Shanghai absolutely rolled London in this next game.
London all of a sudden fell off the table.
Yeah, they did. I mean, to be fair, it's Shanghai. They are just elite. But yeah, London did not.
London's really young, I think, and they also haven't played as much as some of the other. I'm not making excuses for them by any means. I think there's some potential in that roster that they have, at least some of the guys on that roster. Not all of them. I think J-Mac is a fucking problem, and I think Bernard's good. I think Glister. I almost called him
Glister's a star in the making. I think what they're really lacking, and it's something we talked about in the very beginning. Like, this team lacks veteran leadership because all of these guys are like basically freshly 18, and
it's like what Vancouver's going through right now. It's the same thing.
They just like. They don't have anybody that is there to just kind of like help them weather the storm and just be that veteran presence that is really needed at this point in the league. Like, it was different in the beginning because no one had any veteran leadership because there was no league. But now it's getting to a point where that is becoming increasingly more important. And it's why a team like Dallas is more on the upswing. And this
they had a
team
hiccup this week, but
they didn't look great this week. But overall, I think they're improving because they have those types of players. Whereas I think for London, they're really struggling to have that cohesion that you get with somebody who's been there, done that.
Yeah, and for a team like my team, like Fate provides, I mean, he's been through the grind, in Overwatch League, he's been in the playoffs and all that stuff. So he's a nice guy to have on the team for that. Because a lot of these guys, are on that team are pretty much, they're not rookies, they're second-year guys that were on a shit team. Yeah. He was at least on a good team, and he's like, all right, this is what you got to do. Probably, maybe, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. But the veteran leadership thing does play out unless you're north of the border here, and then who knows?
We'll get into
you got to rely on a Belgian to fucking kill everybody to slightly bring yourself back into a map or into a match.
All right, so Shanghai just rolled. They looked obviously. Guangzhou. Fleta is a freaking monster on
on anything.
Really anything, but his Echo is filthy. But that combo of Fleta and Lip, it's just gross. And like
they don't even have to play Diem or Ding.
Yeah, and they still got Diem and Ding sitting on the bench. Like it's just
they're like
not even fair.
They're Apex San Francisco right now.
Right. Pretty much. So yeah, let's move on to the next game. We had New York play Hangzhou, and it was a spank, but it wasn't.
It was a New York match.
Yeah, it was a New York match where they looked really like, what are you doing on this first map? And then they got it together, and that's when
we're playing. Oh shit. Okay,
right.
Let's go.
Because they got rolled on the first map, and then they came through and just.
They've always been good though. They've always been good though on like the assault and the control is kind of. I don't know what it is, but them in London were always kind of weird on control. Mm-hmm. That was always the give or take with them. Like when they would get in those weird matches with like Florida, like in season 1 with Florida or fucking Shanghai. Oh, they're behind. Is this the week? Nope. Oh no, because we have a hybrid and a fucking escort map coming up. And now it's over. And 4-1. Back in my day, we played to 4 wins.
Yeah, I mean their full hold on the second point on Anubis was just filthy.
Yeah. That's one map that they were always good on.
And that, like we said, their best lineup, it has to be Sabiobi and Libero.
It's the coordination. It's we know what each other does on. Even though they didn't have Tracer wasn't in the meta, it didn't matter. Libero did what he did, and him and Sabiobi play off each other so well.
And Libero is turning into probably one of the better Echoes in the league. He had some filthy plays in this game.
Well, at this point, can we say that Echo's just a tick OP? A little bit?
Yeah. A
little bit. It's the sticky.
It's the sticky bombs. Yeah,
it's the sticky bomb, and especially these guys. They're just
it's the sticky bomb beam combo.
Yeah,
really.
And these guys are so good at that shit. It's like
at the same time, it's like she's one of those characters where like if you're not good at her,
you're terrible. You're just done.
Agilities.
Hey, he was pretty good today.
Actually, he did look a lot better today.
Mostly because Logix killed everything, or whatever Logix was doing. But like Prophet, like we could go like Prophet.
Prophet.
Unfortunately, I got to talk about my boy in a bad light. But
he's a garbage Echo. As of right now, he is garbage.
He's like trying to play her like Air Tracer.
Right.
I'm just gonna come around. Nope. They can see you in the air, dude. They can't see you blinking through those back rooms and blowing the brains out.
Yeah. Exactly. Libero he was a beast. All right, so let's move on to the first match in North America. We had Houston Outlaws playing Vancouver Titans. I mean, hey.
Look, I'm going to say something about this match right now. Okay. You know what? Fuck Houston. They got to goddamn play Vancouver before the tournament. Fuck them. Okay, I'm done.
Fair.
You know what? Every time Houston has to win a game or needs a viable match, they get to play some garbage team like Vancouver.
Well, yeah, and then it propels them up to
the 7th seed.
Yeah, the 7th seed. And gives their fans hope, and then they're gonna get crushed
by my
team. Tournament. And
we're gonna. You know what? I'm gonna fucking pick Houston. If you have,
it's a shame because like Vancouver really, they're just getting.
I feel bad for those dudes.
I do
I
too.
think they have potential to be a really good team, but they're just getting fucking.
Like, there's moments where they look really good, and like they've got some really solid players. I think Dalton is going to be a beast in this league.
But their comp selections, some of their
comp selections are bad. They're still lacking coordination, which is expected for a team that literally just got put together last week.
And is thrown into the Overwatch League. Now, Contenders is a little or open division. I mean, obviously, you got thrown together and thrown into the majors, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
It'd be like, Kansas City, all of a sudden, Mahomes and all those guys saying we're out. And then, like, we got half of Alabama's offensive line, a couple of guys from Ohio State, and 10 guys from Arizona.
Yeah, basically. Be like, all right, we got half the roster of I don't know. Yeah, Alabama, or we got basically half the roster of Alabama, half the roster of Clemson. Here we go.
Yeah, we're gonna try this.
They'll be good eventually. Maybe.
Oh, when you got the coach of Florida International to fucking lead the way.
Yeah.
Something like that. You know what I mean? It's like,
oh, and they're run by the organization of I mean, who do you even compare it to?
The Cardinals.
Organizationally, the Cardinals, like, I mean, what?
Jacksonville.
Literally,
they're Jacksonville-ish.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically now Jacksonville now.
What?
Like,
You're good?
You go to the AFC Championship? Well, we're gonna tear that down.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna win. We're not gonna win more than. We're not gonna have a winning season since.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, they're
right.
kind of Jacksonville-ish, but
yeah,
Houston look good though. The Dante is
I will
underrated.
say
Dante is underrated MVP candidate.
And also, I gotta say, Houston their coaches finally took their heads out of their asses and they played Linkser.
and fucking hydration on main tank.
Yeah.
What does that say about Muma, for crying out loud? Because they played hydration and he was playing Reinhardt on the first map.
And he didn't look bad, but he didn't look great.
I think it was Vancouver too, because Chipsa played against Vancouver today. As much as I wanted to see Chipsa play, they're like, Vancouver's all right, you can go in.
They're everybody's basically, we're going to play our bench against you.
We don't want to stomp you.
If this was a matter of we want to give hydration a chance to play,
I think it was,
and to play main tank, I think they're kind of like grooming him to become their new main tank, maybe.
I think they're experimenting with that and giving Muma a break.
Yeah.
Because Muma they've never had a guy behind Muma.
Mm-hmm.
He's never had a guy that could step in.
Yeah.
So maybe, it's like he's the one guy that's been on the field the whole fucking time for them. And maybe he needs a break.
Yeah.
And you could say what you want, but even in regular professional sports, LeBron plays 41 out of 42 minutes. Everybody isn't Michael Jordan.
Right.
That will punch the coach in the face.
42 out of 48 minutes.
Yeah.
And even then, like, a lot of those guys, yeah, like, and that's 42 minutes in the NBA now is, like, that's basically the equivalent of playing the full game, because you got guys like Giannis who won MVP last year. I think he averages like 32 minutes a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on.
Where Michael Jordan averaged 47 minutes a game.
Yeah, I think he averaged actually like 46 minutes a game.
Yeah. He would sit down,
which is stupid.
Sit down, have a fucking drink of water. All right, I'm back in.
Yeah. Just call a timeout.
Yeah. Just look at Phil. He just did look at Phil Jackson and just go, all right, timeout. Mike, back in.
Yep, exactly.
That'd be the cushiest job, though. Backup guard and fucking
right
for the Bulls.
It'd be like being the backup quarterback for Tom Brady.
Yeah. Eventually, I'll get a job just because.
It's basically being Chase Daniel.
Or who was that dude that was behind fucking Peyton Manning for 1,000 years?
Oh, Charlie Whitehurst. Oh, Curtis Painter, yeah.
Chris Painter.
Or Chris Painter, yeah.
Yeah, what was he behind him for like fucking 8 years? Just holding a clipboard. I'm making fucking $600,000 a year doing this bullshit. This is
he'll never beat clipboard Jesus. Charlie Whitehurst.
Well, Charlie Whitehurst made a fucking career out of that. Let's just be honest.
He really did. I mean, hey, if you can make a career out of that, more power to you.
Hey, I always said the best job in the world is third string NFL quarterback.
Fuck yeah.
You get to go to different cities. I mean, especially if you're a single dude, like in your 20s, you go to different cities. Yeah. You don't get your body beaten up. You fucking lead the practice squad, and then you make $200,000-$300,000 a year. Yeah, this year you might be
to watch football, basically.
Yeah,
and analyze it hard.
Yeah, this year you're in Arizona. Next year you might be in Jacksonville. You might be in Denver. You might end up in New York. I mean, yeah,
who cares? Wherever.
The fucking Patriots are going to give me $250. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll hang on.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Fucking Brian Hoyer, you wait. And every once in a while you go on the field. You have the preseason where you got to show up.
Yeah, that's about it. All right, so let's get back to
that was a long rant on fucking
nothing. That was a weird tangent. Let's get back to these matches. The next game is your team.
But first, Charged low key, number 1 seed.
Oh no, we're still on Saturday. We got 3 games we got to go over still. We got Florida and Washington. We talked a little bit about it.
I was a little afraid.
Jake.
I was a little afraid going into this match though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I was all right, we got Washington. We can get the number 1 seed. And I was like, they signed Jano, and so I was like,
yeah.
Oh.
Luckily, they signed them that day, so they really didn't have time to get any kind of cohesion.
I had that Great Dane dog meme that
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck. We had an easy match. They didn't have Corey, and they were terrible with Corey. So. Hey, my team showed up, man. I'm not.
No, you guys look good.
And regardless of ping and all that stuff, you know what? They're showing cohesion. They're showing. They can play the meta. They can play off meta.
They're not one of those one meta teams. And they can play all the different ones for sure.
I would put them on the level like the way Shanghai was last year. I don't know if they're going to win. They're not going to win a stage or anything like that. But you got to take that Florida meme out of your mind. Well,
they are definitely not the meme that they have been in the past.
No,
not anymore.
It took them a little bit to get here. Yeah, they played Boston twice. Yeah, they played Paris without Eggsy. But Paris has been rolling people without Eggsy.
Paris is rolling right now. So I think the better Paris is getting right now, the more it kind of validates that win.
Because all of a sudden Overwatch League has become college football.
Yeah.
It's a value win.
Win's a win.
Yeah.
Right now.
W.
I mean, yes.
That's all I care. Honestly, I don't care if you know what? It proves you're not a shit team when you beat the shit teams.
Exactly.
Period. Yeah, they're a mid-table team. I am not going to deny that. They will lose to teams like Atlanta, Gladiators, probably.
I don't know about Atlanta anymore.
Well,
but yeah, I get what you
mean. But
you
know what I mean. They already lost to Atlanta.
They did.
But what I'm saying is that they're not the garbage that they were.
Yeah.
And the more they win, even though they're beating Boston and they're beating Vancouver and they're beating Washington, they're still winning.
And they're building confidence and giving them the possibility of winning games like that. As long as they keep going with the same mentality of like not overthinking it and all that, I think they've got a good shot. Like this is a good team. And I would say that right now, if they can continue this, I would put Yaki in strong contention for MVP because that dude has been unreal.
Nuts. And like the only place where they were a little wonky was on Hanamura.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they switched up a little bit on that. A lot of people are going in with set strats. They sometimes getting more fluid is gonna. They just got to work on that.
Yeah,
the teams like Philadelphia, and they're not on that level of like Philadelphia, Shanghai, teams like that, or San Francisco, where okay, this isn't working. Let's just switch it up. We'll build alts up fast enough. It's okay. This isn't working. I don't care if you have 80 2% of your ult,
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to matter because by the time you get it, the match is going to be over.
Mm-hmm.
They just got to get to that kind of point. They're not in the same skill level player-wise, but coaching-wise, I think Kookie's doing a good job. He's just got to elevate some of that stuff and empower the team to say, hey, you know what? The ult charge doesn't matter. We're never going to get there anyway to win this fight. Switch up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you guys just look a lot stronger overall. So let's move on to the surprise of the weekend. And actually, looking at history, maybe it shouldn't have been a surprise because apparently the Gladiators have never beaten Boston, and that still remains the case.
Which is whacked, especially right now.
Boston
looked good.
Yeah, Boston actually looked really good.
The Gladiators didn't look terrible. At first they did. They were kind of like, we're going to...
That first map, oh my God.
We're going to meme... We're going to put paintbrush in. We're just going to fuck around. And I was like, oh, shit. Boston's coming to play.
And then they tied on Hanamura. Then LA gets it together, wins Gibraltar, full holds on Blizzard World. They look really good there. But then
defensively, they were really good. That was the key to this whole thing was the way Boston was playing defense.
And I gotta give mad props. I know we've talked shit about him at times, but Color Hex was a fucking monster in this game.
Yeah, Color Hex was awesome.
He was so freaking good. His Torb was filthy. He tried to meme on someone at one point. I think it was on Busan. He was jumping off the top to get that final hammer kill. Somebody took his kill, but it was, I mean, yeah, like they just got to that point.
Yeah.
And yeah, Color Hex looked really good. He's got a really good echo. His Torb was really good. Just overall.
And to be honest,
I was very impressed with him. Jerry looked really good in this game as well.
Yeah, Jerry looked really good playing Ashe. And we didn't really talk about fucking all of a sudden Ashe is like the thing.
Yes.
And it makes sense for what's being played. And especially coupled with Echo, the amount of AoE damage, especially like today we'll get to it later, but in the Toronto match, Uber's like, these guys are clumping up and they have Ashe and they have fucking Echo and they got all of this shit that if you're together, you're just going to get obliterated. But
yeah, and that's the thing is like, I don't remember where I saw it, but somebody basically, I think it was like an Overwatch University post, but they're basically like, treat the dynamite like it's an anti-heal, because it basically is. With the amount of damage that it does,
yeah,
it basically negates so much healing.
Yeah, more than it actually does.
Chance of you getting bursted, you're fucked.
Yeah, more than it does like typical damage. You're right. Well, they're right, or whoever. It's anti-heal. That's a fantastic point.
It's a really good way to look at it.
Yeah,
and it changed the way I played around it too.
Yeah, and it changes the way you think about it, where you think it's just like this. Oh, it's bullshit damage. Not really, because if you get dynamite blown up over your head and then fucking Echo flies in with sticky bombs, you can't get healed.
Exactly. or even just in a regular game, like all it's gonna take is just one more shot from the Ashe.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be a headshot. It can be a body shot.
Well, and that once again in the game today, I think it was KS something on the Valiant. They were playing on Ilios on that last map, and he was just hanging out in that cafe if you're going towards the lighthouse on the left-hand side, because Agilities was flying with Echo up over the wall, and he would just dynamite and then shoot him once.
Yeah.
And it was just like, okay, he's gonna drop dead.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty filthy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like it when they figure out, this hero's good. Who knew?
Yeah, right.
For like 10 years of them going in, well, I don't know why people play Ashe in ranked.
basically all of last season.
Yeah.
Like, why did we not see Ash at all? And then all of a sudden, now is when we start to see her.
Or like in the first half of last year, me, you, everybody else was like, why the fuck are they playing Reaper?
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unbalanced patches, and we'll call them from last year. Facilitated that.
Mostly it was just, I think, I don't know where things are going wrong for the Gladiators right now. It feels like it's just kind of a little bit of everybody.
Yeah, it feels like there's like.
It feels like
they're the Gladiators.
For every good play somebody had, no matter who it was, they also had a really stupid play that cost them a win.
Yeah,
or a fight win. And
I honestly think for them, the worst thing that could happen to them is when they go on a run. Like they go on like a map run or something like that, where they
and they get confident.
Like when they're just middle, like, all right, we're gonna go in. It's a 3-2, but if they get a couple of 3-0s or they play a couple of matches where they just dominate, they immediately fall on their face.
They do.
It's like this team deserves no supreme confidence. Like for them to go into a match and just play the match and think about the match, they're fantastic. But the minute that they're like, oh, we can style on these guys, they get fucking smoked.
Yeah.
And that's been their MO since like day one.
It really is. And it doesn't matter their roster. Yeah. That's just how they are. One thing I will say on the part of Boston, Punk.
That's an upgrade.
Top notch. He was really good in this game.
He was an upgrade for sure.
I would say
they've had a rotating off tank.
But I think they found their new guy.
Yeah. I think Punk is going to be their dude.
For sure.
Until they trade him.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the last match of Saturday. Last match of Saturday night.
We'll skip over.
Absolutely stomping the rain.
Well, yeah.
Called it. I had a feeling it was going to happen.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get the pic show up because my fucking video editing thing kept crashing.
We had some real life issues on top of that, too.
Yeah.
Schedule conflicts and whatnot.
Schedule conflicts, working in the grocery business right now.
During a pandemic. Yeah.
But and then on top of that, I tried to make something in my fucking. For some reason, it kept crashing. I fixed it finally, but it was like 10:30 on Friday, so it didn't matter. But yeah, I kind of was. I thought it would be closer. I wasn't leaning towards the rain. I thought they would at least show up. But
you'd think so, but I mean, they didn't show up until Junkertown, and by then it was too late.
I mean, I had turned it off before it got there.
Yeah.
I did too. Like Erster is like on a milk carton right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's in some kind of weird spot with the team.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen anything, heard anything, but they're not playing him at all. I mean, yeah, Baby Bay is like their leader. I get that.
Yeah.
But Baby Bay and Erster maybe instead of Edison. Edison feels like this year's...
He was losing his mind at one point. They showed the camera and he was just like... I think it was at the end of Li Jiang. They showed like the team and like Edison was just like... You could see the tilt on his face.
Yeah. Well, also, I feel like he's the Zachary of this year. He's the guy that,
Oh, wait. No, you couldn't see the tilt on his face because he had
punched the camera.
He had left. He was just like they showed their teams and his chair was just empty. Oh.
Yeah. But he's kind of the Zachary of this year. We're going to shoehorn him in.
Yeah.
Into something that he's not great at and something, all right, yeah, he had a lot of expectations. I'm playing Erster and Baby Bay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Call that fucking boomer esports guy. I don't care. I want those two guys in there.
Yeah.
I want Erster in there, and right now on this team, I want Baby Bay in there. I'm going on Blazing Bob's side on this one. Baby Bay's their leader. He needs to be on. It's like when fucking Jake wouldn't play for fucking Houston. Mm-hmm. Why?
Exactly.
Plus, they need Baby Bay out there too to rein in guys like Dogman when they're fucking getting tilted. There's a lot of tilt potential on that team. Massa, not Baby Bay, but like obviously Edison.
Mm-hmm.
You need Baby Bay in there. I think you need to have Erster in there. In my opinion, I think he's just the play.
Yeah, I agree. They were also making some questionable lineup decisions.
Yeah.
Just overall, it was. And they just didn't look good.
I like Gator and Hawk, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And they're another team like Seoul. Without Orisa, they're fucked.
Yeah.
As much as we were making fun of like Chengdu with like if Ball isn't in there, that they're done. Atlanta, if Orisa is not in there, they can't fucking play around something else.
Yeah. Gators Winston definitely leaves a lot to be desired.
Well, he came up when Winston wasn't a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he cut his, he got fucking good with on goats.
On Rhine and on goats and a lot of Rhine, a lot of he was a really good Sigma when Sigma came out.
Yeah.
So his
slow grindy. He's not good on the fucking. They're not good on the dynamic fast shit. It's just the way. I mean, their supports are okay on that. I didn't see too many problems really with like Dogman or Massa, but I just want to see to Erster or whatever the fuck's going on with Erster. If you're moving on from Erster, bring in fucking Hacksaw or something.
Yeah, something. I do think they could use some upgrades on. I think they can do better than Dogman. I think at this point.
Yeah, I don't think Dogman was the problem though this week. I don't think he wasn't like above board, but
he definitely was not their only issue. He's not their only issue. I think they could definitely do better than him though at this point. All right, so let's move on to Saturday. We'll just do a quick rundown of Saturday or Sunday because
3-0, 3-0, 3-0. What the fuck happened here in this game? That's basically Sunday.
The Guangzhou Chengdu game was okay.
That was a weird 3-2.
It was a really weird 3-2. It was just like a stomp, then a reverse stomp, then a stomp, then a reverse stomp. It was really bizarre.
Much like later on in the day.
Yes, and Guangzhou is the low-key 1 seed in the Pacific.
Yeah, that nobody's giving.
I'm sorry. If anybody would have told me that at the beginning of this month, I would have been like, "You're
get the fuck out of here." They're going to be ahead of New York, Shanghai, and fucking Seoul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, they are.
And Seoul's the second seed.
It does surprise me that they're ahead of Shanghai, but I forgot Shanghai has the 1 loss to Seoul.
Yeah. Their lone win. In this, in the preliminary things.
In the prelims.
It's hilarious.
Of course, that's their 1 win because that's basically how this whole division has been since this like semi-realignment.
I mean, we were on. See, the minute we got off of Guangzhou's bandwagon, they start doing well.
Exactly.
So if we avoid the Asia Pacific region altogether, they'll be fine. The minute we fucking endorse one team, we said Shanghai's the best. They got fucking beat by Seoul.
Yeah.
After we said before that, well, Seoul's coming in here. Look out.
Yeah, exactly.
The same goes for New York.
Jesus. Yeah. So then there's really not a whole lot to talk about because I mean it's basically the same match we've seen from these two teams over the past 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And then we had Hangzhou.
Chengdu showed up for one, but Nero didn't play, so we'll call it what it is with that.
Exactly. Yeah, they're best.
That's my takeaway from the match. It was 3-2 because Nero didn't play.
pretty
Okay,
much.
let's move on.
So then the next match was Hangzhou kicking the shit out of London. That seems to be the theme of the weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, London didn't even take. They didn't get anything.
No, London's Vancouvering or Souling at this point.
Yeah, like they literally didn't get a point. They didn't. They got first held on Anubis and Rialto, and then they didn't. I think they only got a little bit of percentage on Ilios.
But yeah, they didn't do it. Ilios.
It was bad. Like they got rolled.
Yeah, that was bad. I expected more out of London.
Yeah, they got 16% on the first map and 0% on the second map.
I was to say that the second one they got
absolutely rolled on Ruins.
Yeah, I mean there were a couple of maps this week in general.
They played a really weird roster, London, in this one. I mean, really, you had Bernard and Glister, and then everybody else was really guys that I've not seen too much of. I mean, yeah, you had Hailey, but they were playing Alvo, Jihan, Sanguinar, and Hailey. I mean, some of those guys we've seen, but other guys you're like, why?
Yeah.
What? I mean,
well, they got
just look at this roster and be like, okay, I think I understand why they got rolled so hard.
Well, I mean, there's 2 guys on that team I would keep, and the rest of them I'm kind of like, all right, you're expendable.
Replacement.
Yeah, especially right now. You're over in fucking Korea. You got Hacksaw with no team, Siomin Su with no team.
Yeah.
Fissure with no team. You can go back to London and bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
Already burned that bridge, too.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, so let's move on to the next match. We had Paris absolutely crush Dallas.
Fucking hell, that was so bad, that match. I thought it was going to be so good.
As much as we talked up Dallas, they just looked bad in this match.
There's no way around that.
Banked. And Paris looked phenomenal. Like, they were a well-oiled machine in this game.
Yeah, they just slapped Dallas around like they weren't even there.
They really did.
I don't... Nico on Echo is dumb.
It's filthy.
And I didn't expect that. That's one of the things. It's like, Nico on Echo, okay. I know he's an OG guy, but I was like, oh, okay.
I was not expecting the addition of Fielder to make such an impact for this team, but my God, he is so damn good.
Well, I think their other guys were so meh.
Yeah.
That he just upgraded. It's kind of like Philly.
Pretty much.
Neptuno and Boombox were really good, but...
Like, they were good, but...
Fucking...
Not yet. Yeah.
Alarm and Funny Astro are like a massive upgrade. So your last year, like Cruz and Hip or whoever, or Gray or whoever they had in there were okay. But fucking FD God and Fielder are just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And fucking FD God, we have stopped with the boops already. Gamsu's gonna have fucking nightmares, dude. From fucking I was watching the fucking night market on fucking Lijiang. Gamsu would come in and he just
with him and Moth.
Fucking boop.
Yeah. Filthy.
Yeah. FD God's fucking one of the biggest upgrades they had by far, but Fielder's proven that too. And I don't know what it is. This team playing around the Echo is the best team in the league playing with around Echo. Yeah. So far. I mean, you can say there are guys that are having hype plays and doing sick things with Echo, but they
are enabling Nico to really to just pop off. And they're really playing around it better than a lot of other teams. Like, it seems like they kind of have they figured that out.
They're doing what Dallas did with Brigida.
Yes.
In season 1, or a couple of the teams did with Sigma last year. Mm-hmm. They got this down. They know what comps to run around her, and how to enable her, and how to, and they have a good person playing her that understands the dynamics of the character. They're just running it so well that I think even if Sparkle comes in, do you put him in? Because Nico's playing so well on. I mean, maybe you put him in instead of Soon.
Yeah,
but
that's really the only way.
Comes back.
Nico's.
What do you do?
I don't know what you do with that because
I'm not taking Nico off of Echo.
No, definitely not.
And that sounds weird because everyone's doing it, including me. Like, wow, in 2 weeks, fucking Sparkle comes in. Echo or Eggsy should come back. Echo should come back. Eggsy should come back. Too much going on there.
Fair.
But do you take Nico off of that? He's really fucking good at it. I don't think you do. If you're running Echo, he has to be in there.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to Philly and Vancouver. That
happened. Chipsa played.
Yeah, Chipsa played.
He looked good against the contenders team.
Yeah. Two halves of two contenders teams. I feel like we should specify that. It's two halves of two contenders teams.
A bunch of contenders players take on Chipsa.
If it was a whole contenders team, I feel like it'd be different because they'd at least have experience together. But no, you took some guys who played together, other guys who played together on a different team, and then you put them together in the middle of a fucking tournament.
So basically, the thumbnail for that video is Chipsa takes on two contenders teams.
Basically,
in big yellow fucking letters.
There's your clickbait.
The Doomfist skin where he's like, or one of these Doomfist things like this.
Yeah. But with his face on Doomfist. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. Philly showed up.
Yeah. I mean, I just can't get over how filthy Carpe is.
Yeah, and Echo's or EQO. Echo, EQO. The same
coincidence.
Yeah. EQO. I trying like Homer Simpson to pronounce it like that. Equo.
Equo.
Equo. Oh God.
Equo dead. Equo is dead.
There was one point in the match that the fucking Vancouver Titans might have said that. Equo is dead. Not many. That was fucking like Boombox came in and like they just were like they were fucking styling.
Yeah, they really were.
Like
they did not take.
I'm sorry if I'm on Boston. I'm like, so we're not that bad because they played Chipsa against Vancouver and not us. Okay.
Yeah, they played Chipsa and Boombox.
Not that they're bad, but like
no, but they didn't play their best lineup. They didn't play like their best, like one of their best players overall in Alarm didn't play at all.
Go take a nap, Alarm. You're playing contenders.
Yeah.
You're just gonna play Chipsa on Doomfist. It's a 1v6.
I just feel bad for Vancouver.
I really do.
I'm hoping that with the next month they get a chance to really settle down and
work together because they're not bad players.
They're really not.
It's kind of like what happened in Toronto last year, where some of those guys that came in from that initial roster, they got labeled as like bad players. They were just in a bad situation.
Yeah, exactly.
A weird situation, whatever you want to call it. Situationally, it wasn't ideal. They're in the pros, but you know, maybe this is a good point for some of those guys to make their mark and show in case Vancouver's just, you know what, well, this is a interim thing and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and like Toronto did, and you know, we're going to revamp this, but you know, bring some other fucking guys in because these guys are trash or whatever their thoughts were on that.
Yeah,
but
whatever they decided to do. But I definitely think that there are definitely Overwatch League level players on this roster.
Yeah, I think Dalton's really good. I think a couple other guys are really good too.
I think Suna can be pretty good. He's shown flashes. I think it's really just a matter of they just don't have
KSA.
the
all those guys are pretty decent.
Yeah. It's just a matter of,
Yeah.
of the teamwork and all of that, and the decision making, and that just comes with time. Yeah, they've got promise, but they still got a long ways to go.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so let's move on to the last match of the game. We've kind of talked a good bit about this game, mostly when it comes to the technical standpoints, but because man, we had some really bad technical issues in this game.
But man, the Valiant fucking came out of the gates just fucking.
Oh, they were rolling.
They were doing stupid shit. Like
they really were.
They what was it? Anubis? They took it with like it was like a quick play match.
Yeah.
The ones where you come in and you're like, all right, yeah, we're on Anubis. Okay, okay, the map's over. All right.
They had a
5 minutes, 4.5 minute time bank.
4 minutes and 58-second time bank. Yet Toronto still made it a match. They just barely capped the 2.2, but I got to give them credit.
I think that was the turning point in that match.
It really was.
Toronto had some parts in the beginning, like on Anubis, where this is what we were talking about earlier, where Uber was like, why the fuck are they running this into what the Valiant are playing?
Mm-hmm.
You're running a rush comp into all this AoE damage. What are you, and an Ana on top of it. So you get fucking naded, sticky bombed, and dynamited.
Yeah, it's
the start of every fucking fight on point 2 of Anubis. But they got their heads together, and for whatever reason, Logix is their carry.
100%.
Whatever good they do, it's because Logix will get 2 picks, and then Agilities was good in this match too, though.
Agilities really dramatically improved on his Echo play in this game.
I think it was him playing with Logix worked better than him playing with Surefour or Logix playing with Surefour. I think they kind of found their combo. As much as I like Surefour playing, Agilities and Logix.
There are moments where Logix and Surefour are going to play really well together.
Yeah.
But it seems like Agilities has really come into his own, at least on the Echo play. It seems like it finally clicked for him.
I think if he has someone else with him, like Logix playing a hit scan, or like that's doing some damage and making it so it doesn't fall all on his shoulders, like as far as the DPS goes. Like,
exactly.
He's way better.
Yeah, and this combination of Ash with Echo, they just really proved how effective that combo is.
Yeah, well, as much of a romp as fucking the Valiant had in the first half, the second half before we got to the map 5, it was like the opposite.
The hold on Gibraltar was just filthy.
Was dopey. They own them on Gibraltar, and they was that Hollywood before that, they fucking just racked them up.
It was
Logix went ham on that map.
Yeah, it was Hollywood the next map. Yeah, Logix went off.
Yeah, you give sometimes like, and we've said this. You give Logix, you get him online and not on the stage with all the noise and the extra added distraction, and he's playing hit scan. He's fucking ridiculous.
He's nutty.
Yeah, but they still lost in the end.
Yeah, they couldn't quite clutch it out. But like I mean, showing signs of life and just improving, and yeah, I mean it's really all you can ask for from this team. I would like to see just a little bit more consistency, but
yeah,
they're coming along.
I think they're going to get better with Cruz too. I think it's going to be.
I do think Cruz made a big impact in this game. I think he was kind of a big reason of why they were able to rally back from those first couple of maps.
Because before they were just folded like a fucking house of cards. They were just all right. Like what was it? Like Dallas today. Oof. They got
they'd have folded like a table at a Bills
Mafia Smash. It's some some fat guy fucking falling through a table from the top of an RV.
Exactly.
Because it's never the scrawny guy, because he can't smash the table.
Right.
It has to be a big dude.
It's always got to be a big dude with no shirt on, beer belly, just there. Probably
14,
painted blue.
14 Bud Lights in.
Yeah.
He's got to have the Zumba pants on, too.
Two Bud Lights in his hand, too.
He's got to have the Zumbas on.
Yeah.
Because that's how Buffalo rolls.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so that was the matches for the week.
Yeah.
We don't have any hero pools to go over this week because the tournament is not going to have any hero pool.
I'm afraid of that. I'm not going to lie.
I understand your hesitation, but I think it's going to be for the best.
I know what we're going to see. We're going to see fucking Shields and Reaper in May. It's like last year.
Echo is kind of the twist in that, because
I'll give you that.
I do think Echo is kind of the game changer of preventing just seeing that.
All right, yeah,
especially for the teams that are really good at Echo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
the rest of the teams are going to Reaper, May McCree, double shield it. And for the love of God, I love this league. I love fucking Overwatch. I just don't like watching as much as like I wasn't one of the biggest complainers about goats.
Mm-hmm.
But watching Orisa play is like watching flies fuck. I'm sorry.
It's bad.
I just can't do it. Sometimes it's just like, all right, the fucking horse is shooting. All right, here comes all. The only time like any kind of excitement comes out, oh, halt someone on a fucking off the map. All right, or into an ult. Hooray! Mm-hmm. That's why Junkertown this week was so fucking fun, because Orisa wasn't involved. So you had dynamic play on Junkertown because you didn't have the horse fucking putting a shield up on top of a fucking cart and, doing whatever. Ugh. Anyway.
Yeah.
But this tournament should be fun. So we have Friday matches.
We do.
We have the NCAA tournament, the Who the Fuck Cares game, which is all Canada.
Yeah, basically.
Basically, so are they gonna play the fucking the song from the South Park movie?
Please do.
Blame Canada. But and then we dive into the match. It's gonna be fun. I like tournament style shit.
We're gonna give you guys probably two different previews for this week. We're gonna basically break down each division and kind of go from there.
Yeah.
But that's probably gonna be it for us tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think we've covered it.
We've been going for a while tonight, and I have a big day tomorrow. So.
Yep, I don't. I'm off until Wednesday. So.
Nice. Very jealous of that.
Well, occasionally I get a couple days off in a row. I actually head off today too.
I noticed.
It's kind of nice.
Right.
We have extra people because there are certain things. We have a bar at our store, right. And bars aren't open.
Yeah.
So
At least the smart ones aren't.
What's that?
At least the smart ones aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
They'll find out some way or another. Anyway, but that's gonna be it, guys. So thanks a lot for tuning in, everybody on YouTube, Twitch, everybody that's tuned in tonight. Thank you very much for all of your support, all the watches, likes, jumping in the conversations and all that stuff. Everybody that's going to be tuning in on your podcatcher or podcasts in podcast land. Holy shit, I can't fucking talk right now. I didn't even have that much beer.
Fair.
Everybody out there in podcast land, thank you very much. If you're on iTunes, please give us a review. That would be fantastic. Everybody else, we will see you somewhere in the middle of the week with a couple of previews. We'll have we'll have a pick show this week for sure. Probably little bit more extended one than normal because we got 2 different things going on, and you know, tournament winners and that kind of stuff.
Tournament winners and all that kind of stuff. So it's actually going to be a pretty good one.
Yeah.
We definitely look forward to that. But thank you guys so much, and we will catch you on the next one.
Later, guys.